am continuing with exercise 17b. Today I am taking question number 10. In this question, you are given a square ABCD, and in this square, CDE is an equilateral triangle. You have to find angle AED, means this angle. Suppose this angle is number 1. Angle EAB means this angle EAB. Suppose this is angle number 2. And you have to find reflex angle AEC. So reflex angle AEC, if we don't say reflex angle, it can be this angle also, AEC. So here it is mentioned reflex angle AEC. So reflex angle AEC is this angle. These three angles you have to find. So first, before we start, we have to use the information given about this figure. First information, this is a square. So square property, what is square property? The sides, all the sides are equal. So AB is equal to BC and BC is equal to CD and CD is equal to AD. Means all the sides are equal. So we will use this information, and the reason is sides of square. Okay. Now after that you are given CDE as an equilateral triangle. So first all the sides of the squares are equal, and then because CDE is an equilateral triangle, and as you know, equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal. That means CE, DE and CD, all these three sides are also equal. So they are also equal. Okay. Now let's start for angle AED, this angle. How can we find? So in my last video, I told you when you have to find an angle, you should see if this angle belongs to a triangle, and how can you find other angles of the triangle. So one angle in the triangle is this one and another angle is this one, you can see. So if anyhow we know these two angles, by angle sum property we can find this angle 1. So we have to try to find the value of these angles. Now first, suppose this angle is 3 and this angle is 4 for the sake of convenience. Now here you can see, because this is a square, ABCD is a square, so this angle D, that means CDA is 90 degree, square property, and because CDE, this is an equilateral triangle, and an equilateral triangle all the angles are 60 degree. Each angle measure 60 degree. So each angle will be 60 degree, right? Now this whole angle is 90 degree. This much is 60 degree. So what is the measure of this angle 3? 90 minus 60. So angle 3 will be 30 degree. Now if angle 3 is 30 degree, now we have to find angle 4. Okay. So angle 4, how can you find? Because ADE is an isosceles triangle. Why isosceles triangle? Because DE is equal to AD. Alright. How DE is equal to AD? Because CD is equal to AD and CD is equal to DE also. That means these two sides are also equal. So when these two sides are equal, that means angle 1 and angle 4 are base angles. So we can take these two base angles and afterwards we will use the angle sum property. So let's start with the other information, that is CD is equal to DE and that is equal to CE. Why these three sides are equal? Being the sides of an equilateral triangle. Sides of an equilateral triangle. So what is the use of these two results? We can make CD is equal to AD, because CD is equal to DE here and CD is equal to AD also. So we are using these two relations. Therefore, AD is equal to DE. Okay, so here we have used the given information. So we got this. Now in triangle ADE. Now come in that triangle where you have to find the angle. Find angle 3. Angle 3 is equal to, directly you can write 90 degree minus 60 degree. Why? Because this angle is 60 degree. Since angle CDE is equal to 60 degree and angle CDA is equal to 90 degree. So angle 3, this way we have found 30 degree. This angle is 30 degree. Okay. Now take in this triangle again ADE. Since AD is equal to DE, already we have proved this result. Therefore, angle 4 is equal to angle 1. These are two base angles. If the sides are equal, their opposite angles are also equal. So angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Reason is base angles. Okay. Now in this triangle you can use angle sum property. So take angle sum property. Angle 1 plus angle 3 plus angle 4, this is equal to 180 degree. Reason angle sum property. So with the help of this linear equation, you can find the value of unknown angle. So angle 1 and angle 3, substitute here the values. Suppose angle 1 and angle 4 are x. So x, angle 3 is 30 degree, angle 4 is also x, and this is 180 degree. Here we can take both the angles are equal. Suppose they are equal to x. So simplify this. 2x is equal to, this 30 degree will be shifted right hand side. This is equal to 150 degree. So x is equal to 150 divided by 2. This is equal to 75 degree. So x is 75 degree and angle 1 we have taken as x. That means angle AED, this is equal to 75 degree. So first angle we have found as 75 degree. Now we have to find angle EAB. EAB means this angle number 2. So angle number 2, how can you find? This vertex angle, as we have taken here 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. And this angle 4, we have just found 75 degree. So if you subtract this angle 4 from 90 degree, you will get angle number 2. So let's take this only. Angle DAB is equal to 90 degree. Why? Vertex angle of a square. Vertex angle of a square. Now DAB you can divide into two parts, 4 plus 2. So put the value, angle 4 plus angle 2, this is equal to 90 degree. But 4 was 75 degree. Put the value here and you can find the value of angle number 2. 90 degree minus 75 degree. So here we got angle 2 is equal to 15 degree and angle 2 means EAB. This is equal to angle EAB is equal to 15 degree. So we have found another angle. Now you have to find this reflex angle AEC. Okay. Now this here you can understand, if this is a point, say O, and these are three angles formed. This angle, say 20 degree, this is equal to suppose 40 degree. You have to find the measure of this angle. Do you know what is the measure of this angle? Here, if we complete this angle, if we add all these three, we will get a circle, means a complete angle. And a complete angle measure is 360 degree. So this property we will use here. So if we add this 60 degree being the angle of an equilateral triangle, angle 1 we have already found 75 degree plus angle AEC, this is equal to 360 degree. Let's take this angle 1 plus 60 degree, or instead of 60 degree, for your reference I am taking that particular angle DEC plus reflex angle AEC, and this is equal to 360 degree. You have to mention this reflex angle, and this is mandatory because this is a reflex angle. Don't just write angle AEC, because angle AEC means this angle. Okay, so reflex is must to write. Now angle 1, substitute the value 75 degree, and DEC 60 degree plus reflex angle AEC, this is 360 degree. Now add both these, 135 degree plus reflex angle AEC, this is equal to 360 degree. So as you simplify the linear equation, same way we can find the value of reflex angle AEC. This is equal to 360 degree minus 135 degree. Now you can simplify this. And this is equal to 225 degree. So this reflex angle AEC we have found as 225 degree. I hope you have understood this question. Now we are taking another. This is question number 11. In this question you are given a parallelogram ABCD, and inside this parallelogram one more figure is given AXCY. In this figure you have to prove that AX means this line AX is equal to CY, and AXCY is a parallelogram. This also you have to show. Here you are given one more data is given that AX is parallel to CY. This is given to you. Okay, this side AX is parallel to CY. This is given. Now you have to think how you can use this data and how to solve, how to prove the result, that is to find. Now here you have to prove AX is equal to CY. See, if two sides are parallel given and you have to prove them equal, then there is one method which can be used. Prove the triangles congruent where the sides, required sides are apart. Means you have to prove CY is equal to AX. These two sides you have to prove equal. Now you see which triangle is formed with these two sides. So if we talk about AX, you can see this triangle is formed AOX. This triangle is formed. Okay, AX is a side in this triangle. And for CY, there is another triangle formed. It is COY. CO and Y. This is another triangle which is formed by side CY. So we have to focus in these two triangles. If we can make these two triangles congruent, then these two sides will be equal. See, how can you make two triangles congruent? If you remember congruency in 7th standard, if two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. Why we are making these two triangles congruent? Because each side, each corresponding part equal. Suppose this is PQR and this is ABC triangle. If these two triangles are congruent, then this angle will be this equal to this one, this angle will be equal to this one, and angle R will be equal to angle C. All the angles are equal. Similarly, PQ is equal to AB, QR is equal to BC, and PR will be equal to AC if two triangles are congruent. So this method we will use here. If these are congruent, then CY will be equal to AX. First result will be proved. So how can you make two triangles congruent? There are different categories. So if you remember certain categories, AAS, SAS, SSS, RHS, these are the criteria to prove two triangles congruent. Here we will see which criteria is being used. So let's start with this. Because CY is parallel to AX, already given in the question. What is the use of this data? If two sides are parallel, then definitely alternate interior angles will be equal. We have been used so many times these triangles. So alternate interior angle, angle 2 and angle 1. These angles are equal. So first angle 2 is equal to angle 1. Why? They are alternate interior angles. Okay? These two angles are equal. Now here you can see angle 3 and angle 4. They are also equal. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angle. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Reason? Vertically opposite angles. Okay? So two angles are equal. What about the third part? Because to prove two triangles congruent, we require three parts of the triangle. So which is the third part that can be used? These two angles we have already used. One side is required. So what is that one side? If you see AO and OC, these two are the part of diagonal AC only. And diagonal AC is being intersected by BD. Because ABCD is a parallelogram, and parallelogram property is diagonal bisect each other. If they bisect each other, this means this part AO is equal to OC, isn't it? So we can take it as AO is equal to OC. Why? Diagonal bisect. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Yes? So this one side we got equal. AO is equal to OC. Now this is an angle, this is an angle, and this is a side. So which criteria is here? AAS. So we can directly say that triangle COY congruent to triangle AOX. These two triangles are congruent. If the triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. That means CY is equal to AX. Therefore, AX is equal to CY by CPCT, means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So first part we have proved. Now you have to prove that AXCY is a parallelogram. So before this, first you should understand how you can prove a quadrilateral as a parallelogram. There are also certain criteria. How to prove a quadrilateral as a parallelogram. So first criteria is either opposite sides are equal both the pair of opposite sides. If I take a parallelogram here, PQRS, suppose this is a quadrilateral. You have to prove it is a parallelogram. So either PQ is equal to SR, this side equal, and PS is equal to QR. This side should be equal to this one. If this condition is fulfilled here, that means this parallelogram, this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So first condition. Second condition, opposite sides are parallel, means PQ is parallel to RS and PS is parallel to QR, or this condition is true here. Either this, or the third condition is one side is parallel and equal, the same pair is parallel and equal, means PQ is equal to RS and PQ is parallel to RS. Either this one or this can be true for the another pair of the opposite sides, like PS is equal to QR and PS is parallel to QR. So among these three, any one is true, if then the quadrilateral will be a parallelogram. So here we have a quadrilateral AXCY. We have to prove it as a parallelogram. So now you can see here we have only the information about CY and AX. So whatever we have to do with these two sides only. So we have already proved that AX is equal to CY. AX is equal to CY. And in the question you were given AX is parallel to CY. Isn't it? Means the same pair of opposite side is parallel as well as equal also. So this condition is true here. Means one pair is parallel and equal. That means this is a parallelogram. Only we have to mention this in our result. So we can write this result in our question. Now, how you will write it? Since AX is parallel to CY and AX is equal to CY, therefore AX CY is a parallelogram. Only you have to mention this result, then it will be proved. Now question number 12. In this question you are given a parallelogram ABCD and this AP and PB, these two are the angle bisectors. Angle bisectors means AB bisect this angle A, means 2 equal. So this angle 1 and 2, they will be equal. Similarly, PB is the angle bisector of angle B. That means this is 3 and this is 4, and they are 3 and 4 are equal. These are angle bisectors. You have to prove that angle APB, this angle is, you have to prove it equals to 90 degree. Also you are given this total angle A measure is 120 degree. Now you have, how can you prove this angle P 90 degree? Now you see angle P is in the triangle APB. So in triangle APB, try to find other two angles, that is 2 and 3. If we know angle 2 and 3, by angle sum property we can find the measure of angle P. How can you find angle 2 and angle 3? Because angle A is 120, so they are halves. Angle 2 is half of angle A, because AP is angle bisector, I told just now. So angle 2 is half of 120. That means this is 60 degree. Now how can you find angle 3? Before angle 3, you have to find angle ABC. So how can we find angle ABC? For this angle ABC, we will use the parallelogram property, because ABCD is a parallelogram. What is parallelogram property? A and B, these two angles are adjacent angles, and in a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary. So we will use that property. So let's start with that property. Angle A plus angle B, this is equal to 180 degree. Reason? Adjacent angles of a parallelogram. So they will be supplementary. Now angle angle A is given 120 degree. So angle B you can find from here. Transpose of 120 degree on right hand side. We get here, this is 60 degree. Angle B is equal to 60 degree we have found. Now angle B is 60 degree and it is divided into two equal parts, 3 and 4. So what is the measure of each part? Just angle B we can write as the sum of angle 3 plus angle 4, right? So if this sum is equal to 60 degree and both the angles are equal, because we have to take angle 3, so we can write 2 angle 3. If we take both the angles as x, suppose both equal angles are x, so x plus x is equal to 60 degree. That means 2x is equal to 60 degree or x is equal to 30 degree. So this angle 3 means x only. Therefore angle 3 is equal to 30 degree. Now you can see in this triangle we have found two angles, angle 2 and angle 3. So we can use angle sum property. So before that you should mention the triangle. So in triangle APB, angle 2 plus angle 3 plus required angle APB, this is equal to 180 degree. Angle sum property. Write the reason. Angle sum property. Now substitute the value. Angle 2 we have already found 60 degree. 60 degree plus angle 3 we have found 30 degree. And this is angle APB we have to find. So 90 plus angle APB, this is equal to 180 minus 180 degree. So angle APB we got as 180 minus 90 degree. That means it is equal to 90 degree. This is true. Okay. So for this angle, I forgot to write the reason here. Angle A is equal to 120 degree, and angle A is divided into two equal parts, angle 1 and angle 2. This is equal to 120 degree. Suppose angle 1 and angle 2 both are equal, so we are taking both of them as y, because both these angles are equal. So 2y is equal to 120 degree. Therefore y is equal to 120 divided by 2, and that is equal to 60 degree. So this is angle 2. Why? You can take angle 1 also, but because in this triangle we have mentioned this as the angle number 2. So you will write here angle 2 is equal to 60 degree. So this here, and then continue with this APB is equal to 90 degree. Okay. So I hope you have understood this.